What's up guys, I'm here with my friend Dirk Dallas of From Where I Drone and Dirka on Instagram. He's doing a shoot for Mini Cooper. I'm just tagging along for the next 2 days that we explore Highway 395 and he gives you some drone and photo tips. Let's do it.
All right, man.
We set out on a Monday morning with the goal of spending 24 hours in the desert, then heading up to Lone Pine to explore the Alabama hills. I don't do a lot of drone photography myself, so I asked Dirk to share some tips along the way that could help other drone photographers out.
All right, so my first tip for you guys is to look for leading lines. This is a great tip because if you find a subject like the mountain in the background and you have the road leading right to it, your viewer's eye can be directed from the front of the image all the way to the back.
After about 3 hours of driving, we made it to our first stop. We made it to stop 1, Trona Pinnacles. We're going to be spending sunset and probably sunrise here. The Trona Pinnacles are located in a remote area of California and they feature over 400 tufa spires rising from the dry lake bed. Over the years, they've become a popular spot for photography and filming because they look almost like a Martian landscape.
All right, so my next tip for you guys is to find the light. Obviously with a drone, our only light source is the sun. So what I like to do is have my subject facing the sun, and I like to find pockets of light so that I let the shadows kind of contrast with that light so I get a more dynamic shot.
The sun has officially set. We didn't bring our camping stuff, so it's back to Ridgecrest to crash for the night. Made it back to our hotel in Ridgecrest. We got some pizza because that was like the only thing open in town. It's 8:15, but our wake up call is at 4:40 tomorrow, so that means it's bedtime. It's 5:30, we got breakfast. We're back at the Pinnacles to do a little bit more shooting and see how the sunrise is. There was not a single other person with us at the Pinnacles at this time in the morning, so it was nice to just be able to explore to our heart's content and soak it all in. Look at that ridgeline, worth getting up for.
All right, so my next tip is for you guys to find a subject. Sometimes I'll find a person, I'll find a car. In this case, I'm finding a pinnacle that's isolated alone so that my subject is nice and clear.
After getting all of our sunrise shots, it was time to head on to the next location. Finished sunrise at Trona, made a quick stop at Fish Rocks before heading north. The Painted Rocks are located right off Highway 178 and some accounts say they've been there since the 1930s. From there we drove through the town of Trona and then continued about an hour north to the next stop. We're on our way to Lone Pine, but first stop is Father Crowley Point, which is where the fighter jets come through this area known as Star Wars Canyon. Father Crowley Overlook is a beautiful desert viewpoint, but it's also a popular area for jet pilots to train flying through canyons, and if you're lucky, you might see one while you're there. We just saw the fighter jet buzz us right when we were walking to the car. Super cool experience. You might have to wait all day to see it, but it's definitely cool when it happens. On to Lone Pine. We saw a few more jets on Highway 190, then continued on Highway 138 past the mostly dry Owens Lake. We also pulled off on a few dirt roads to see if they led to interesting views, and I would encourage you to do the same. We picked the best lunch spot in Lone Pine. McDonald's with a view of Mount Whitney. I never get tired of seeing Mount Whitney, and after we finished lunch we headed north to Bishop since we were going to be spending sunrise at the Alabama hills. We're trying to catch the sunset. We rushed up to Bishop Creek. This is one of my favorite little fishing spots that I've gone to in the past, but we're going up to South Lake right now. We made it to South Lake. The sun had already gone down, but the blues right now are still pretty cool.
My next tip is to use the intelligent flight modes. One of my favorite is to use the point of interest. This is where you set a marker over your subject, like my friend Josh, or something like a car or something else like that, and then you have the drone orbit around in a perfect circle.
We finished up sunset, heading back to Bishop to grab some dinner. Dinner led us to Schatz Roadhouse, one of my favorite spots in Bishop before the hour drive back to Lone Pine. Oh, and Dirk is the one who picked the bigger milkshake. Just made it back to the hotel. It is 10 o'clock. We are gonna do sunrise at Alabama Hills, so alarm goes off at 4:45.
Don't judge me, this is the second time I've been to McDonald's in 24 hours. I don't think I've done that since I was like 11 years old. But it's 4 a.m. and that is all that is open on the way to the Alabama Hills.
The Alabama Hills are one of my favorite places to watch sunrise in California. If you get a chance, you definitely should do it. Check out our sunrise spot. We're doing an SLR shot right now. Dirk's right up there, and we got the walkie-talkies to get a shot that looks like that with the car in it.
All right, so my next tip is get up for sunrise. Sunrise is great because most people are still asleep, so you're gonna have less distracting elements. Plus you get that soft, warm light, and you get long shadows like here.
After finishing sunrise, we had one stop left before we started heading home. Finished shooting sunrise, but we're gonna check out the Mobius Arch before we leave. Mobius Arch is a short half-mile trail to one of the best arches in the Alabama Hills, and I go pretty much every time I'm in the area. Made it to Mobius Arch, got a bunch of epic sunrise spots in the other part of Alabama Hills. Now we're heading south on 395. On the way back, we found this epic dry lake bed, so we're gonna have a little bit of fun with the Mini before we go back.
Alright guys, so my last tip for you is to think in 3D. Think about your foreground and your background shifting and overlapping each other so you can create a more dynamic shot.
That's what a good road trip looks like. Thanks again for going on this road trip with us, and thanks to Dirk for sharing some photo tips. You can check out links to all of his stuff in the description. We'll see you guys on the next video.